This is a simple A4 sheet of paper. Fold it once and it becomes A5. Fold it again and now it's A6. Keep going and you get A7. Each time the size shrinks, but the proportion stays exactly the same, square root 2 to 1. That ratio never changes. It's a mathematical principle that's been used in publishing and office standards for over a century. And now, Huawei has taken that very idea and built it into a smartphone, the Huawei Pura X Max, the world's largest scale mobile phone. The connection between that A4 sheet and this device goes much deeper than it might seem at first glance.
A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out our exciting tech content.
Hey everyone, before we dive into the Pura X Max, think back to your first impression of the original Pura X. For me, it was like, that's actually pretty clever. Big foldables felt bulky, small foldables weren't very practical, and folding horizontally seemed like a neat middle ground. At the time, I saw it as a smart compromise, but after seeing the Pura X Max, it became clear that compromise wasn't a compromise at all. It was solving a problem most people didn't even notice. Think about the evolution of smartphones. Early screens were 16:9, then we moved to 18:9, then 19.5:9, and now some devices are pushing 21:9. Phones are getting taller, slimmer, almost like sticks. But here's the thing. While screens have changed shape, content we consume hasn't. TV shows, sports, and most videos are still 16:9. Comics are closer to 4:3. Ebooks resemble A4 pages. Photos from phones are usually 4:3, and cameras typically shoot in 3:2. So what happens? Phones keep getting bigger, but the actual content doesn't. Instead, you just get more empty space, those black bars on the sides or top and bottom. When you watch a 16:9 video on a narrow screen, those black borders appear because the phone is too tall. The same thing happens with 4:3 images. Even content has started adapting to phones. Vertical short videos, 9:16, didn't become popular because they're better, but because horizontal viewing became awkward on narrow displays. Content had to adjust to the hardware. What we're really seeing isn't bigger screens improving content, it's a compromise between the two. Phones stretch into tall shapes, and content squeezes into vertical formats. On paper, displays are larger, but in practice, the experience often feels less natural. So why did Huawei choose the square root 2 to 1 ratio for its foldable design? Back in 1786, a German physicist named Lichtenberg proposed a concept, a sheet of paper that keeps the same proportions when folded. The only ratio that works is square root 2 to 1. That idea eventually became the global standard for paper sizes. Now, square root 2 to 1 isn't the golden ratio, and interestingly, industries focused on visuals didn't adopt it. Photography uses 3:2, television uses 16:9, and cinema often uses 2.39 to 1. So why did Huawei go with square root 2 to 1? The answer lies in a unique mathematical property. It sits right in between 4:3 and 3:2. What does this mean in real use? A 4:3 photo from your phone and a 3:2 photo from a camera both fit almost perfectly on a square root 2 to 1 screen. In fact, each takes up about 94 to 95% of the display. No screen can perfectly fill every type of content. That's just reality. But some ratios handle this better than others. Take a 21:9 display, for example. It works fine for widescreen video, but open a square image and suddenly most of your screen is wasted space. You might only be using around 40% of it. On the other hand, a near 1:1 foldable screen is great for reading or browsing, but watch a widescreen movie and again only a small portion, around 40%, is actually used. The square root 2 to 1 approach is different. It doesn't aim to be perfect for one specific scenario. Instead, it aims to be consistently good across all of them. 4:3 and 3:2 images get nearly full coverage. 16:9 videos use about 80% of the screen, and even ultra-wide 2.39 to 1 movies still manage around 59%. IMAX content? That can go up to nearly 99%, which feels incredibly immersive. So this isn't about maximizing one use case, it's about minimizing compromises everywhere. That's why Huawei chose this ratio, not for style, but for balance. A display that doesn't favor one type of content over another. That's what defines the Pura X Max's inner screen. And this consistency doesn't stop there. On the first generation Pura X, the outer display was almost square, which didn't match the inner screen. That meant content would shift and resize when you unfolded the device. But on the Pura X Max, both the inner and outer screens use the same square root 2:1 ratio. Even when you split the inner display, each half maintains that same proportion. The result is a seamless and consistent viewing experience across all modes. Add to that a centrally aligned camera module, a ceramic lens ring, and a textured 3D glass back, and the overall visual experience feels refined and cohesive. Now, beyond proportions, there's another factor: size. How big should a foldable screen actually be when opened? Huawei's answer is very specific: 166.5 millimeters including the frame, with an effective display width of 160 millimeters. And that number isn't random. There's an engineering principle, often referenced in automotive design, that says when the human eye rotates more than 30 degrees horizontally, your head naturally starts to follow.
Now, here's something interesting. When you're looking at a screen from a normal viewing distance, if that screen is about 30 centimeters away from your eyes, a 30-degree viewing angle lines up almost perfectly with a width of 16 centimeters. That's exactly why many Kindle comic layouts eventually settled around this size. It just feels right for the human eye. And this is where everything comes together on the Pura X Max. The screen ratio, the physical size, and the consistency between the inner and outer displays are all aligned. So what does that actually feel like in daily use? Let's compare it with a more traditional near-square foldable when you're viewing different types of content. A 4:3 photo from your phone, a 3:2 image from a camera, a 2.39:1 movie, a standard 16:9 video, a 1.43:1 IMAX scene, or even a 9:16 vertical short video. You can immediately see the difference in how the content fits. Honestly, go ahead and type "too wide" in the comments, you'll get what I mean. When it comes to reading, the experience is where this design really shines. Because the screen follows that A4 style proportion, when you unfold the Pura X Max and place it next to a comic book or a Kindle, the dimensions feel incredibly natural, almost perfectly balanced in both width and height. On top of that, the latest version of Huawei Reading introduces an AI-powered eye tracking feature for comics. As your gaze moves across the page, key panels subtly shift into focus, making the whole experience feel much closer to reading a physical book. Whether it's comics or standard ebooks, this generation brings a noticeable improvement. And then there's the role of AI on this wider display. The square root of 2:1 layout leaves enough room for AI tools to sit comfortably on the side without interrupting what you're doing. Imagine reading a long article on the main screen, while at the same time, AI is summarizing the content, explaining difficult terms, or answering your questions right beside it. It all happens smoothly, without breaking your flow. Another big step forward is the software experience. With HarmonyOS 6.2, the ecosystem feels far more polished compared to when the first Pura X launched. Apps that people actually use every day, like Xiaohongshu, video streaming platforms switching between portrait and landscape, even productivity tools like Lark in landscape mode are now properly optimized for the larger display. And here's something worth highlighting again. This entire experience isn't limited to the inner display. It carries over almost completely to the outer display as well. Aside from the difference in size, the functionality is nearly identical on the 5.4-inch wide external screen. In fact, this might be one of the most powerful outer screens on any phone right now. You can scroll through Xiaohongshu, check WeChat moments, or watch TikTok without even unfolding the device. Unlike the previous generation, which relied more on mechanical transitions, this outer display now feels like a fully independent smartphone built right into the device. Honestly, the only word for it is overpowered.
When you put it all together, the aspect ratio, the carefully chosen size, and the seamless connection between the inner and outer screens, you start to see the bigger picture. The Pura X Max isn't chasing one standout feature. Instead, it's about bringing the entire foldable concept into balance, turning theory into a genuinely refined user experience. And to really understand this, it helps to look at Huawei's journey with foldables. Early on, they mapped out different use cases on a quadrant chart. One axis ranged from portable large screens to immersive large screens, while the other went from business-focused to more experimental, forward-looking designs. Each quadrant represented a different type of foldable for different users. In the business and portability space, you have devices like the Mate X5 and Mate X7, which focus on combining a large screen with a professional, practical experience. Move to business and immersive, and you get something like the Mate XT Master, which delivers a tablet-like experience while still fitting serious work scenarios. Then there's the innovative and portable category, represented by last year's Pura X, offering a stylish, compact folding approach. And now, the Pura X Max fills the final gap, the innovative and immersive quadrant. Huawei has been working on foldables for 7 years now. Starting with the Mate X in 2019, the world's first 5G foldable, they've gone through multiple breakthroughs, refining inward folding, experimenting with compact designs, making devices lighter and more versatile, even introducing the world's first triple fold concept. By 2025, their market share in China has reached an impressive 70.8%. So the Pura X Max isn't just another product, it represents the completion of that entire vision. Huawei now covers all 4 quadrants, and with this device, they've reached a level of precision in both form and function that's hard to ignore. Meanwhile, competitors like Apple are still figuring out how to approach their very first foldable phone. That gap says a lot. In a recent post about the Pura X, I mentioned that for big companies, playing it safe is usually the easiest path. But from a tech enthusiast's perspective, constant caution isn't very exciting. Innovation is what really moves things forward. As for pricing, the base model of the Pura X Max starts at 10,999 yuan in China, which roughly translates to about 1,193 pounds in the UK or $1,613 in the US. And to wrap things up, I'll say this: technology doesn't always move forward in a straight line. Sometimes it needs bold ideas to push it ahead. I'm really glad we got to explore the Pura X Max together because it's one of those devices that genuinely tries something different. That's it for this deep dive. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, drop a comment and share your thoughts, and subscribe. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye!